Yes, it can start.
Good evening, friends. I would like to welcome you on behalf of NPHC, the Natural Path Heartfulness Center of Oman, to this curtain raiser for the International Yoga Day conducted under the patronage of the Embassy of India, Muscat, Oman. My name is Madhumohan Govinduluri. I'm a Heartfulness volunteer and a practicant from Oman. I'm a professor at Sultan Qaboos University. The 7th International Yoga Day 2021 is coming up on June 21st, which is hardly another 10 days from now. And as a prelude to the event, the Heartfulness Center of Oman contacted 5 curtain raisers. Of course, today is the 5th curtain raiser. We contacted 4 already. So this 5th curtain raiser today is titled Wellness Through Circadian Rhythms and Natural Cycles. Today we have 2 speakers. Let me introduce you to the first speaker in today's session, Siddharth. Siddharth will be doing the welcome address and also introduce Heartfulness Center of Oman involved in yoga and meditation. Siddharth is a 9th grader and an aspiring heartfulness meditation practicant. Let me welcome Siddharth for the welcome address and opening remarks. Over to you, Siddharth.
Dear viewers, Heartfulness evening to all. Natural Path Heartfulness Center welcomes all the yoga lovers for taking the time out from their busy schedules and to be present here for today's session. We thank His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq as Oman has been signatory to the UNGA resolution adopting 21st June as International Day of Yoga and promoting yoga in Oman. We also thank Government of India and His Excellency Indian Ambassador Shri Munu Mahavar and his team for playing a pivotal role in conducting these curtain raiser events in collaboration with yoga groups and making yoga a household in Oman. This year we are celebrating 7th International Day of Yoga with the theme Be with Yoga, Be at Home. Yes, these are times of pandemic and all the sessions will be conducted online. Yoga is skill in action. Yoga is state of balance. Natural Path Heartfulness Center and its parent organization Heartfulness in India have also been carrying out a 100 days initiative, Yoga for Unity and Well-being, in run up to International Day of Yoga 2021. A comprehensive yoga program which was launched on 14th of March with contributions and collaborations from Ayush, yoga organizations and associations of Indian universities. The United Nations has also joined the effort to promote this program. Natural Path Heartfulness Center and its parent organizations have meditation centers in India around the world in 160 plus countries with 30,000 trainers and 2 plus million members actively organize workshops, youth seminars, and gathering of UN designated special days related to a variety of cultural, social, and environmental issues. We have conducted 4 sessions in collaboration with Indian Embassy Muscat, and today is the 5th session. Wellness through circadian rhythm and natural cycle followed by heartfulness meditation. We need to follow the natural cycles to reap maximum benefits from all our activities. We have all heard the old adage many times. Early to bed and early to rise makes us healthy, wealthy, and wise. So let us join to understand why this adage is true. Thanks. Over to you, Brother Madhu.
Thank you, Siddharth. Now, I introduce you to the second speaker, Mr. Raman Kumar. Mr. Raman Kumar is an experienced professional in the renewable energy industry in Oman. He is a certified trainer and he has been practicing heartfulness meditation since more than 25 years. So today he will be doing the presentation on the topic of circadian rhythms and heartfulness meditation. Let's welcome Mr. Raman Kumar.
Thank you, Brother Madhu, for your kind words and the introduction. So, to take you through today's topic, let me share a small presentation. So, I'll share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. So, we'll start with the presentation. Understanding the circadian rhythms and natural cycles. The journey through life is with the natural cycles, as we know, and rhythms. And if we tune well, as the introduction goes, we perform best in our all actions. So today's presentation will have the introduction on circadian rhythms, understanding of circadian rhythms and natural cycles, impact on our physical and mental well-being, way to overcome its impact on our subtle and spiritual well-being, and our heartfulness master Daji's recommendation that how we can align with these, and finally there will be a conclusion and followed by heartfulness meditation. So as we know, the whole life on earth is connected with the cycles. So we are the basically product of nature, and we thrive when we live according to the cycles of nature. We all know we have the cycle of 24 hours, the day and night. This is one of them. Then seasonal cycles. We also have the lunar cycle, which affects the water levels, and also human body is 70% water, so it also gets affected. So it is very important aspect if we understand that how this works and how we can align our working with the circadian rhythms, sleep wake cycle, or we call also day night cycle. So it is an intelligence that generates the feeling of wakefulness and sleepiness, hunger and satiety during an entire 24-hour cycle. As we know, if we regularly taking our meals at lunchtime, suppose at 1, so we will find that even if we don't look at the clock by 12 or 1 when we are taking our lunch, we feel hungry, and then we look at the clock, we will see that exactly it is 1 p.m. So this is how the human system also works. Circadian rhythms, if we understand what exactly it is, in our brain, there is something called hypothalamus. There is a master clock called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which in short it is called SCN. So this master clock controls all other clocks in the body. It controls everything, our hormones, our various organs. So everything, there is a clock, and the master clock is in sync with all those organs and their clocks, and they function as per that. We will continue to get new drugs or treatments. See, if we are out of sync, we might get from the chemist new drugs coming to regulate all those functions. But the best solution we can get only if we align our ways, our lives. That will be the most effective thing than taking any kind of medication. Now, if we understand this is the human brain, we can see there is a light, and when we see the light, it gives a signal to the SCN, which is a suprachiasmatic nucleus. You can see there yellow. This is a part of the hypothalamus part of the brain, and there is where the clock is. So the cue is we should see a bright light, and then this clock gets aligned and activated. Now, if we look at what this SCN or master clock does, if we look at the human biology, we find that almost everything is controlled by this clock. We can see our energy levels through the day, the quality of sleep, the hormone secretion, insulin, cortisol, melatonin, estrogens. So all those hormones which our body releases on daily basis, the neurotransmitters production, regulation of the heartbeat, blood pressure, sugar levels, our digestive system activity, and the immune system functions, hunger and craving, body temperature, weight, stem cell regeneration, gut microbiomes, emotions. These are all controlled by SCN, and that is why it is called master clock. Now, if we look at further a complete 24-hour cycle and how our body organs and the time correlate with each other, we can just see from 6 a.m. in the morning when sun is just rising. So that time our blood pressure is high. That means that we need to get up, we need to move out of the bed and start our day's activity. The melatonin secretion stops. Melatonin is a hormone or a chemical which our body releases, which makes us to go to the rest. So morning when we wake up, so rest cycle is over. Now we are going into the active cycle, the bowel movement, the testosterone secretion, which makes us active, then highest alertness, the noon. We are more focused around 1:30 to 2 p.m., the best coordination at 2:30. And these are our bodies reacting to the environment based on the time, the fastest reaction time, the greatest cardiovascular efficiency and muscles around 5 p.m. And then 6 p.m., the highest, again, the blood pressure is increasing. And the highest body temperature is around 7. And then again, around 9, we have the melatonin secretion starts, which makes us to feel that we have to go to the rest. And the midnight, we go to the deep sleep. And again, next morning, this cycle goes on. Now, imagine if we don't follow this cycle. So, what happens? Let's look at the impact of physical and mental well being of these cycles not being followed. So, a disrupted biological clock can lead to, as per science today, shows that a messed up biological clock can lead to inflammation in the heart, thus leading to cardiovascular condition, high blood pressure, platelet aggregation. Basically, they help in coagulation or clotting of the blood. Low. Now, if you look at, see, these could be a starting point. In case the short term there is a what we call there is a short term circadian rhythm disruption. So in short term disruption, that uh,
Dear all, it seems there is some problem with the internet connection, so the presentation has briefly been interrupted. So we're trying to get back again. Thank you for your patience. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello.
You're audible, brother. You're audible.
Okay. Sorry, actually, I think my internet was not stable. So I just went off. So we were talking about the disrupted rhythm, and long term this can lead to a lot of chronic problems. We can have a chronic uh, autoimmune condition, infertility, mental disorders, insomnia, metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular conditions. So these could be a long-term syndromes of the same thing. And if we look at our body, various organs, how they uh, follow this clock, so we can see each organ has a time. And as per Salma Masri, the doctor, she said that whether it is the muscle, the heart, the gut, the liver, the kidney, every tissue has a clock. So we need to respect those clocks so that these organs function properly, and we have a long-term effect not generated due to uh, not following the circadian rhythm. So now I will take you through a small experiment done by Dr. Yosef uh, Takashahi. He did many experiments. What one experiment he did on the mice, he took two mice, and one he kept it as a normal following the cycle, and other one was kept in a dark room, and artificially they gave the light by disrupting its day-night cycle. And they found that the mice which was, and it was fed as per the day-night cycle correctly, those food. uh, but what was happening over a period, they found uh, the mouse which had a disrupted the biological clock, it started gaining weight. Although they fed it at a time, everything was okay, but it's, whereas other mouse which was not any disruption in the their clock, it it was given enough of food, but there was no gain in weight in that mouse. So what they concluded that in the night and day, the night our cells, there is a metabolism happens, or metabolic activity happens in the cells, and because of that activity, we consume the extra fat or extra proteins, and our body remains slim. So this is one study. And the second study, it was done, he did on basically to find out social jet lag. Social jet lag is, see, there are various uh, sleep cycles or sleep needs for uh, children, for infants, toddlers, schoolgoers, teens, adults. And he found that during the work days, people almost follow a correct routine for the sleeping. But during the weekend or holidays, this routine is disrupted. And generally, it people socialize and they don't follow the proper sleeping cycle, and which leads them the reduce in number of sleeping hours. So they concluded that the social jet lag can lead to the obesity. So obesity is happening because of they are not following any sleep pattern. And second, he also concluded uh, that the mental performance or cognitive score of the people who sleep less. So if a normal sleeping hour is 6 hours and it is reduced by 2 hours, the cognitive ability you can see on the right side is reduced considerably. So this is another effect of not following the sleep and wake cycle properly. So keep yourself in sync with the circadian rhythms and get enough sleep, and you will be smarter, thinner, and happier. Now, causes of disruption and effects. If we look at, we might see there are many night shifts people work, the jet lag, long and frequent traveling. People also take a lot of stimulants like caffeine, tobacco, alcohol, drugs, which leads to disruption in this. Hormonal changes during menopause or pregnancy. Then overexposure to artificial light like gadgets and screens. So this is a major cause in present time because we are becoming a very tech savvy generation. So where people remain glued to their devices and gadgets very late in the evening, and which disrupts, because that gives a very wrong signal to our SC and the body clock, and it assumes that still it is the daytime because of the heavy light of the screen. And frequent changes in our routines like bedtime, meal time, this can also disrupt our SCN or the body clock. So if we see on the left side the picture, a healthy body can start aging faster if these rhythms are disrupted. Now, aligning yourself with the cycles and rhythms of the nature or in conformance with the circadian rhythms, let's look at what exactly. See, these are basically, if we go back to our ancestors, they used to follow the natural cycles. But because of fast urbanization, industrializations, we have somehow lost the touch. So the biggest challenge is that. Now, if you look at our eating cycle, uh, as per circadian rhythm, we should not have a meal after 7 p.m. So the only, if we are able to, means only we have water after 7, and then till the next day morning, like again 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. So it is around 12 to 13 hours. So it can be a fast uh, after the last meal till the next meal in the morning. Then the like 7 a.m. we are taking, so it's our 12 hours. In between we can have a lemon water or some fruits. 8 a.m. eat a balanced breakfast, 12 p.m. eat a balanced meal, and 7 p.m. the dinner. This is the last meal. So balanced diet is very important for necessary nutrients, and exercise daily at same time as per your body needs. See, the whole idea, what it is trying to tell us, that follow a rhythm, follow a time which is not disrupted quite often. So like you are taking it's 7 a.m., 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Your breakfast. So every day take that time. And if you're taking lunch at 12 or 1 p.m. or 2, so make sure you take. Only you have to ensure that you don't take meal after the sunset and you don't take meal before the sunrise. So this is what exactly it is. Then comes to the sleep cycle. So if we look at our sleep cycle, we have sunrise, we have a happy hormone which is released, which is serotonin, and sunset is melatonin, which is restful mood we go. And if our sleep cycle is disturbed, sleep and wake cycle is disturbed, we can see it can lead to many of the health problems. The health suffers, immunity gets low, we age rapidly, the nervous system, there is a stress when we have not slept, the next day we cannot perform that well. There will be mood swing, low productivity, as we saw that experiments of Dr. Tosho, Toshikawa. And then disrupted meditation, the mind is like a roaring ocean, so we cannot sit in a meeting and take decisions because our inner condition is not okay. And this is what it is found, that the night activity, the internet and social media is one of the causes of the modern life. So if we look at, this is what is a suggested way for a new way of living. If we can wake up before or with sunrise, 1 to 2 hours, let's not have something, just finish your, if you do meditation, breathing, prayer, morning rituals, etc., then eat only after the sunrise. So all the meals at the same time every day, morning and lunch time consume the most calories, and early dinner, which is before sunset or immediately after sunset, you should take. A 30 minutes nap, power nap in the afternoon is fine, but not more than that, and exercise at same time daily. So if we set up this routine itself, it puts into a rhythm with our natural cycles and the body. So this is exactly what we should be doing. Set the sleep time and sleep at that time every day. Phones and screens off 1 hour to 2 hours before the bedtime. Now, impact on the subtle and spiritual well-being. If we look at our spiritual guide, he has recommended that align yourself with the natural cycles and rhythms, bring automatism in your practice to align your efforts, sleep well as it defines the state of mind and it leads to good meditation, invites higher consciousness, be one with the sense means better, AEIOU, we can connect better with our inner conditions, and beautiful condition will be generated in the heart. Now, he also suggested that in case of anxiety, fear, and anger, we can use the follow the left nostril breathing to overcome that, because it will activate our parasympathetic system and nervous system. And also the lunar cycle, which affects our the water levels in the system. So 11th day fasting for the lunar cycle is good, better for our health and autophagy. And avoid exposure to the radiations, as electromagnetic radiations affect our subtle body. So this is exactly the breathing, inhalation and exhalation. We should follow that cycle. We can also see daytime, nighttime, how our breathing cycle is, energy inflow and outflow, daily cycle, which is automatism, the cycle of activity, the sleep and wake cycle, and monthly cycle of the lunar calendar. So if we further go into the energy flow and breathing and all that. So we will find that in the daytime, our energy flow is outward, and this is good if we are doing cleaning. Right nostril activates and the cycle of activity during the wake cycle. So this is what exactly happens. And in the night cycle, there is an energy flow inward, which is good for meditation, helps transmission, helps left nostril activate that time, and the cycle of rest and sleep. So if we understand why the meditation to be done before sunrise, because that time the energy flow is inward and we absorb more. And cleaning, when we are cleaning ourselves, throwing out the complexities. So if we do it just before sunset, it will help us to better align our efforts with that. So this is if we bring in automatism, so it helps us to do our meditation, cleaning and prayer at a correct time, and also sleep and wake cycle, it will help. This is another chart which shows that how our uh, the during the sleep cycle, uh, our the mental frequency, our mental waves, how they respond. And we can see that as active person, he will be in a beta, and then it moves to the alpha, theta and delta. Delta is the deep sleep. This is very much required for every person to go to at least during the sleep uh, to the delta level, which is called also the dream stage. That is the stage where our body starts automatically activates the right nostril, and it makes us feel relaxed and comfortable. So another thing, the neurological system doesn't have or a lymphatic system. It doesn't detoxifies itself. So during the night, uh, that is the time when the detoxification happens for the neurological system. So it is very important that we sleep early, we rise early, and that is how the old adage goes, that which makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. So with this, as I already mentioned, with 10 breathing, if we have any of these anger, anxiety, fear, stress, tension, or heartbeat, we can immediately follow the 10 cycles of left nostril breathing, which will activate our parasympathetic system, nervous system, and it makes uh, us relax and become better. So lunar cycle, as we already mentioned, in Indian culture, we follow it as a Kadashi. So if we follow that, it will help us to balance our system during those days to make a good health and autophagy. So one of the most important principle in life is to be in tune with nature, and it is like swimming with the flow of river. Radiation, which is another problem now these days, and there was an experiment by Denmark schoolgirls with waters as seeds, placing them near the mobile phone, Wi-Fi routers, Bluetooth, prayer room, and the room without radiation. The best results were in the prayer room with no radiations. So turn off the Wi-Fi when it is not in use, keep mobile phone away from the body, avoid giving small children the phone to play. So because what happens is, to avoid the harmful effects of EMF to the health due to interference with our subtle body and consciousness, because reducing exposure and keeping these devices away also from our bedrooms will help us to have a better and sound sleep. So conclusion: evolve a healthy routine for aligning the natural rhythms and cycles, which will make easier for us to balance our physical, mental and spiritual lives. It needs no money, is inexpensive, and is going to change our life dramatically. Just needs self discipline to follow, It is like swimming with the flow of river. Healthy body can have healthy mind and better heart connection. So, friends, this is about this on the circadian rhythms and natural cycles. Now we'll have a meditation. Uh, we will just settle down, be comfortable. We will have a relaxation followed by a meditation. So just close your eyes and sit comfortably. Connect to your heart, and in case any other thoughts come, treat them as an uninvited guest. So we'll start with the first the relaxation. So instructions will be given to you during the relaxation, followed by meditation by our heartfulness trainer, brother Arul Kumaran. So we'll start with the relaxation.
This simple relaxation method only takes a few minutes and can be done at any time of the day and anywhere. It's called Heartfulness Relaxation. Let's try it. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Very softly and very gently. Let's begin with the toes. First, move your toes. Now feel them relax. Relax your ankles and feet. Feel energy move up from the earth. Your feet to your knees, relaxing the legs. Relax your thighs. The energy moves up your legs, relaxing them. Now deeply relax your hips, stomach, and waist. Relax your back. From the top to the bottom, the entire back is relaxed. Relax your chest and shoulders. Feel any tightness in your shoulders dissolving away. Relax your upper arms. Relax each muscle in your forearms, your hands, right up to your fingertips. Relax the neck muscles. Move your awareness up to your face. Relax the jaws, mouth, nose, eyes, earlobes, facial muscles, forehead, all the way to the top of your head. Feel how your whole body is now completely relaxed. Move your attention to your heart. Rest there for a little while. Feel immersed in the lightness you feel in your heart. Now you are ready to plunge and dive deeper within the infinite space of your heart.
Please start meditation. Just take a moment to introspect and feel that what happened during meditation. Thank you, Brother Arul, for giving us a practical experience on heartfulness meditation. It was a very deep session. Now we will move further. Are there any questions? Okay, so let me introduce our Heartfulness Institute. It's a non-profit organization which was founded in 2016 in US, and now we have it's registered in other countries like India, France, and Denmark. We offer Raja Yoga meditation, which through our parent company, parent organization, Shri Ramchandra Mission, which was registered as again a non-profit organization in 1945 in India, and imparting training to tens of thousands of seekers worldwide. We have thousands of volunteers and also certified trainers to support the practitioners worldwide through the meditation journey. Heartfulness offers a very scientific approach to propagate universal peace, harmony through yoga and meditation, and it's open to anyone, for any gender, for any walks of life, for to come and practice it, feel the heartfulness meditation. We have also quite a few programs which are corporate connects, village connect, the university or colleges connect, medical connect, research programs. Kaushalam is for CEOs and executives. It's a program for their well-being and leadership skills, value-based education. So there are many activities which are under the same umbrella. Many organizations practicing heartfulness, you can see the names, whether it is Apple or IBM or Dell, Samsung, Google, JP Group in India, HTSC, and many more. Here, just a few names to mention. Now coming to Heartfulness Oman, it existed here since mid-90s. Heartfulness Natural Path Center was registered in 2016. We have regular sessions here every Friday and Monday. We have group meditations. We have also carried out many these University Connect, the Corporate Connects, Medical Connects, these programs. We also have value-based education system for children, and now the sharing and caring. We have 11 heartfulness trainers in Oman, and all our services are offered free of charge. So anyone who would like to try the system, feel its effectiveness, they are most welcome to connect any of one. You can see these are the contacts on our screen. You can connect to anyone, or you can also connect to Hearts app. You can download on your mobile, and you can also connect online or to a personal trainer. To present the vote of thanks, I will invite Brother Madhu to take over. Thank you.
On behalf of the Natural Path Heartfulness Center Oman, I would like to extend our warm thanks to His Excellency Ambassador Munu Mahavar for supporting this beautiful initiative of Heartfulness Meditation Workshop as part of the International Yoga Day. His Excellency's untiring effort to promote wellness and yoga activities in Oman bring India's message of health, well-being, and peace to Oman. The Heartfulness Center also expresses its gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq for his benign care towards the diverse expat communities, including the Indian community in Oman. I would like to thank you all for taking out time to attend this workshop and also congratulate you for making it to the workshop to connect with your inner nature. Many thanks to the Indian Embassy team and the Heartfulness volunteers for their enthusiastic participation and making this event possible. I wish you all a good evening again. Thank you.